studying the book of John has been just a wonderful experience. I just want to tell you more about this lesson. I have studied the Bible, I have taught little children, but studying this book was a faith walk, and it seemed like I had a friend, but right now he's become even a closer friend. When I first opened the book of John and the first verse, I was like, how am I going to do this? I'm a transformed person. Here were all this beautiful text. He makes the blind to see. Everything that is so foundational, I got to understand. And here was John. He's not writing it immediately after Jesus rose and went up. He writes it after the book of Revelation. He writes it almost 60 years after Jesus' death. And what has happened is by that time, Paul, Peter, everyone has died. And he's an old man. And the people who are there have not seen Jesus. Many of them have to now believe by word of mouth. And right now what he's done is, in this book of John, he's just filtered the truth. And he's just given us just the bare essence. So here you see the light of the world. You see the man who makes the blind to see. And he turns water into wine. He's just beautiful. And then again, the way he touched the people's life, the women's lives, that really impacted me. Especially this last 1 year, there's been lots of discussion. All what I could say was, just go study the book of John. Just to get to know Jesus, how he influenced the women. Here was, the first miracle is happening in Cana. And here is his mother. It's not him. His mother tells, go make, we need wine. And he says, no, I'm not ready. But Mary says, we need the wine. And why is it she does not want the family to be embarrassed? He listens to his mother and he turns the water into wine. And they all have a good time. And then afterwards, again, after much time, we see Jesus talk about the wine, the true wine. And then he says, drink wine in memory of him. And then again, I see Jesus with Mary at the cross, dripping with blood, and says, John, take care of my mother. I thought that was beautiful. And so after all of this, so I had just a wonderful time studying it. And again with the women, he's a Samaritan woman. He just breaks tradition. He says, do what you want. I know what I'm doing. He goes to the Samaritan woman. And then there was Martha. She's one of my favorite people. Here's Lazarus is dead. Guess what? She says, I know Jesus will come. She goes and she says to Jesus, what happened? You're not here. And here's Martha saying, here's Jesus saying, he'll rise again. She says, yes, I know he'll rise again, but you can do a lot more. And after doing all of this, after studying all of it, almost every Sabbath, I would share my experience with others. And it was very easy to get other people to get started in their own homes. So after this, I know of at least 2-3 families that started Bible studies in their own homes. They may not have followed this series, but they knew how much it could impact them positively. But what was even more exciting was, there's a young man who came from the GC, and I was talking from India. I was talking to him how wonderful the Homes of Hope was. And he said they would love to try it over in India. And he said, oh yes, we can get the translation. And he has already pinged me and said, yes, we are ready to translate, only give us the green signal. That will work well. And yes, this would have a big impact on the women of India. They can do these studies in their homes. And I'm looking forward to this.